Somebody's been a little monkey. This here is one of my hogs. So she's just a wee baby herself. When the tups were obviously on the neeps and I had them either side, I never saw any breakouts, but well, someone must have been breaking out. So yeah, as you can see, she's lambs. They were all just in this bit here. And I could see her like lying on her side, and I was like, she shouldn't be lying like that. Her head was up, so I knew she wasn't dead. And you could just tell like she wasn't like comfortable. So I was like, I need to come and have a look here. So nipped across. Sure enough, those two wee feet and a wee nose poking out. So I just got her. As you can see, he's obviously been quite stressed. But decent lamb. But she's been on neeps and silage. No concentrate feed, no blocks, no nothing. And lovely wee pouch of milk. Good strong lamb. I suppose I better actually go through the rest of my hogs and see if there's any other monkeys. It's an extra lamb. It's a bonus. If you don't laugh, you'll scream. I mean, I know it wasn't planned, but the lamb's alive. And the wee hoggy seems very impressed with her little lammy. I mean, people do lamb hogs, don't get me wrong, there's a lot of people lamb hogs. This wasn't our plan to lamb hogs. No, I don't think there'll be many. Obviously this is very unexpected, but as I say, it's a bonus. She's got a lovely wee pouchy of milk and a nice big strong lamb. She seems just very delighted with it. I have always wondered about lambing hogs, but I've just never bitten the bullet to do it, because you speak to people and some say it's a success and some say stay away, so she's going to try and find some juice, I think. So these are the hogs. My hogs, Texels are homebred, the mules are all bought in. So these girls, I've just got them in to check nobody else is in lamb. And also there's a couple with just mucky tails, so I'm just going to give them a wee tidy up. I'll be hoping to get these girls clipped in the next sort of 2-3 weeks, and then they'll get put to their summer grazing, and then they'll get to grow on a bit. So I'm just gonna run them through, clip the tails, and then also put them through the foot bath just to keep their feet right. So just finished going through the hogs and tidying up some of their tails. There was maybe 6 or 8 with mucky tails, and I can confirm there is nobody else in lamb. So it was just the one little rogue yow lamb that must have gotten caught, and either her or the tup jumped back in after the deed was done. So yeah, just the one, thankfully. And like I say, I mean, it's fine, she's got milk, she's happy with it, it's a good strong lamb, so it's not all bad, but I'm glad there's no more. So I know these girls would absolutely love to stay on this field of grass, but they don't need to, so I'm just popping them back up to their field that they came from. They'll stay there until they get clipped, and then they'll go out to their summer grazing out the hill. But I'm not one to put them out there until they are clipped, because it's a bit of a faff trying to get them back for clipping. So I'll need to go on the phone to the shearers and give them a steer up. Anyone that doesn't actually know, Davey does our shearing. And his good pal Ross, it's Ross's run, and Davey's just got a stand on his trailer. And I used to go rolling with them for 4 years maybe, fully. So yeah, I'm just giving a wee wind up time. soil. So this field is going back into grass. So we're wanting to make sure that the pH is right. So we're just adding 1 tonne of lime per acre. So I have the last 2 bags of seed and a bag of fertiliser on the front. I'm just going to head up to the drill and put this final load in for him. So we're actually growing a lot less barley than what we usually do this year. We're only putting in about 30 odd acres, I think. Purely, plain and simple, it doesn't pay. Dad has been growing malting barley for as long as I know, and it's just getting harder and harder now to justify doing it. We used to do contracts, so we've been a contract for every 3 years, and we would supply the maltsters with a certain amount. Again, we aren't big scale, I think it was about 3 loads, so it's really 3 or 4 loads, can't quite remember now. So you know, we're really not big scale in it. So yeah, but we can't justify it. It doesn't pay. We don't do any of the machinery work ourselves. This year, because we're keeping all the barley ourselves, we're only growing 1 variety, and this variety is Wagon. Before we were growing a different variety for malting and then Wagon for ourselves, but obviously, as I've mentioned, we're only growing for ourselves, so we are growing Wagon. Now, please don't ask me any technical questions about machinery, the drill, what fert, barley, crops, I'm afraid, not my thing. Livestock, happily. Crops, machinery, it's just not really something that I've gotten into. I mean, I understand the very basics, but I'm talking very basics. So that's the seed going into the box you can see at the back of the tractor here. Now, I didn't get any other videos or anything because I was cautious of paying attention and making sure that nothing went wrong, because obviously those bags are very heavy and very dangerous in the wind. So you can see Jack here is sowing the barley. The front hopper at the front of the tractor has got the fertiliser in it, and then the back hopper has obviously got the seed that you just saw being filled. He then drives along and the fertiliser is blown from the front hopper along these pipes at the side of the tractor into the back of the drill, where the fertiliser and the seed are then planted in the ground at the same time, I think. So just to give a little bit of background, we can't obviously afford this machinery for the very small acres that we're doing, because the drill alone is over 100,000. And for the small amount that we do, it absolutely does not justify. Obviously, it's a very big tractor as well. That tractor will cost probably over 250,000. So, yeah, just to give a little bit of insight, that is why we get contractors to do it, because we cannot justify paying huge prices for the machinery. So, just a way to gather in my smaller batch of early yows. Had the pratley set up from the day before. I've just noticed that a couple of these yows are getting a wee bit skittery, so I'm just going to take them in and crutch them. And yeah, because obviously it's been quite warm the last few days, flies are going about, so I don't want anything to start. So I'm just going to give them a tidy up and see what the lambs are looking. These are my earlies, so I'd be looking to start picking through them, weighing lambs shortly, just to see. We had some weigh end of May last year, so yeah, just get a rough idea of where they're at, how they're doing. Now that the barley's been sown, I'll get my Pari out because it was bigged in behind all the seed and the fertiliser. So yeah, get it out, get it set up again, start a new season. Good girl, Tara. Get him up, get him up there. Get him up. Get him up, get him up. Get him up. Shh, 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 shh. Get Mum! Obviously when you're out in the middle of the field, there's no power supply. So what I've been using for years now, is this like battery operated clippers. Nice and thin to hold. They work really well, the battery lasts ages. And obviously it just goes around your waist like that. The cord, on off switch at the bottom. And yeah, it's just so handy, so quick and easy to use. We use these for the cows, we use them for the sheep. Not a plug, just I know people will be interested. They're not as heavy as some others. I know you get some that are really heavy, and also what I like about this is it's really thin. It's like a proper shearing handpiece. It's not big and clumpy, it's really easy to hold, and it lasts a long time. So yeah, let's go do some more. So giving her a nice big crutch either side. I'm not professional, please don't judge me, but just keeps her nice and tidy and makes it a wee bit easier for the shearers too, but it'll probably have grown back a wee bit by then. But yeah, it's mainly just to avoid any fly strike issues that might occur. So that's this batch all done. More ewes and lambs shifted off of silage parks. So we've also got more ewes this year, so we're just trying to juggle them about and get enough on the hills, and there'll also be some grazing alongside cattle as well. So these girls are actually, Roxy, that'll do. Roxy, that'll do. So these girls are actually going to be heading to a park of cows. So just getting them shifted just now before it gets too warm. That I'm already down to just this like shirt thing. Yeah, it's very warm. There's no wind today either, which is she's going to be a warm one again. I think somebody said it's meant to be like this for the next week or something, and then it's meant to change and we're going to get a patchy summer. So I suppose we better enjoy the dry whilst it lasts. Also up giving Davey a hand up in the hills, so it's another warm one. He's hoping to clip his hogs today, so gathering them in to the shed, clipping them this afternoon, and then I'm going to gather my hogs in, clip them tomorrow. So yeah, lots going on, lots of sheep work again, but at least it's dry. Enjoying it whilst it's still dry, because it probably won't be dry for much longer. Davey's got his hogs in for clipping this afternoon. Happy with how they're looking, Davey?
Just not looking forward to shearing.
And so it begins. Shearing season once again, and a very unhappy shearer. Get this every year. He'll be fine once he gets into it. Just a few thousand to go. trying to get the ones with lambs up behind me here and the ones still 2 lamb down to the sheep pens, just to have a check and see how many's left, see if everything that was scanned in lamb is still in lamb, because sometimes they can lose it for different reasons. So yeah, I've been told to stand on this hump, so I will do as I'm told, because we all know sheep bring out the worst in people. So I would like to say we don't fall out when it comes to sheep, but we do. I think everybody does, so we're normally not too bad though. We kind of know how each other works now, so it's quite good. You just try to avoid the sore points. But yeah, so Davey's just going round, I don't know if you can see him there, going round on the bike with Roxy. And like I say, he'll be picking out the ewes that he wants. So yeah. There's definitely going to be more with lambs than without, that's a good sign. I've got the wave to move, so I'm just away around gathering these ewes and lambs. Davey's just checking there's no more left. Of course, one little cycle has run off wrong direction. I'm not fit enough for that. Said cycle. Nowhere near the rest. Well, it's now this warm. I've got my vest on. There is a slight breeze up here, which is nice, but when you're not in the breeze, she is warm. I need to get the factor 50 on the old shoulders because they never get out. Successful, I would say. So just need to get these ewes from here into this field, and then we'll be able to get sheep out to the hill for summer. I hope you're not getting blinded by my peely wally shoulders that are on show at the moment. My shiny forehead from the sunburn the last few days. I've got factor 50 on before anyone says, but it doesn't work for me. It just doesn't work. Keep reapplying it, and I still get burnt through it. Oh, can't complain on days like this. That breeze is just, delightful. Cloud in the sky. Oh, there's one actually. One cloud. So the one ewe that I had was playing dickheads round the houses, so she's been left. Davey's just gathered in the last few. A call from the snipper man, or the other half of the team, so he's just on his way up. So warm day for clipping, but we'll get them done. Oh, I'm such an idiot. I have my AirPods in my pocket here, and obviously when I've taken my jacket off, they've fallen out. And I don't have signal up here to do, like, find my whatever. So, oh, how are we at this time of the year already again? Well, the hogs are inside now for the night, ready for the shearers in the morning. So it'll be fine to get them clipped and then get them shipped to their summer grazings. So yep, thank you as always for watching. I hope you've enjoyed it, and we'll see you in the next one when we shear the hogs.